Hello, friends from the comic book and manga world. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the March 10th, 2025 FOC. Hector and I, we work for Penguin Random House, so the titles that you'll see today are those that we can sell around the world. Aside from this YouTube channel, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and on X at PRH International Comics, where we'll post some updates and news on those channels. So definitely check us out there, and the description below will include the links to those platforms. So we'll go ahead and get started on our picks for this week. And first up is actually mine. This is Joyride, the complete collection. This is by various creators: Jackson Lansing, we have Colin Kelly, we have Marcus Tu, and Irma Navilla as part of this team here that you'll see. This will include the single issues number 1 to 12. And so basically, the premise here is we have these group of people who are essentially trying to steal a spaceship, leave Earth behind. Seems like a very simple task. Not very simple task, but it is very much complicated by this fascist world government alliance that has put the planet on lockdown underneath this artificial sky. It still wouldn't stop the character Uma Acolyte, her best friend Dewey, and there would be captor Katrin from embarking on a joyride, like unlike any other. So Joyride is basically this really fun, gleeful mix of the thrill of exploration, the importance of friendship, the fight against authority gosh, I can't say that word today. Authoritarianism. There we go.
Yeah.
So it's basically this cast of wild, very different, gripping characters, very character driven, and yes, this is loved by many. It has a following. We actually, I'll give a shout out to one of our Canadian reps because they're the ones that really, really loved it, made me want to get into reading this. So I had to put this on my list. So yes.
Yeah.
And then this is actually my other pick. This is We're Not Cut Out to Be Lovers. This is volume 1. And so this one is about this auto mechanic, Kumazawa, who basically moved next door to Koichi, who's a streamer. And basically, Koichi, the streamer, has basically claimed that he's an expert in love and all of that, but he's very noisy. So after all these loud recordings that he's doing on his stream, Kumazawa basically snaps and is like, I can't take this anymore. Who is this guy? How dare he? And so he shows up at Koichi, the streamer's door, and when he opens the door, he shuts him up in one way. I mean, you would think, words would be exchanged, but more happens, and to shut him up, he basically gives him a passionate kiss because that's one way to shut someone up, I guess. Kumazawa has no interest in straight guys? Question mark. I don't know if Koichi's a straight guy because he keeps coming back and stopping by night after night, wanting more. And so uh basically we have Kurozawa, who doesn't believe this is actually going to work out because he's coming off of a breakup, but this streamer guy keeps coming back to his room. So yeah, this is that story, kind of messy, kind of fun. We have two different personalities, mechanic, streamer, different type of occupations,
Very well
and
defined by the illustrations, the different
yes,
personalities.
as you can see on the
Yeah.
cover here. So that's my pick.
I love the detail that even like, you have the letters kind of they kind of in between the letters, but it's so intricate that even the chain it's in front of the letters. His chain, not the chain up top, his neck chain. it's like in front of the letters. It's like a lot of details, and there's so many emojis and things to look at on this cover. I like it.
Mhm.
All right, let's start with some cover picks for this week. My first pick is Predator versus Spider-Man #1. And this is the um, Ryan Brown uh, cover. And this is, if you don't know, this is written by Benjamin Percy and illustrated by Marcelo Ferreira. So not much to say here. We've seen the uh, Wolverine fighting Predator, and we're going to see a whole lot more Marvel characters, but obviously people were, expecting this to come, which is, again, Spider-Man. And this cover by Ryan Brown is sort of a classic. I know it is an homage to either a poster or another cover. I just can't figure it out. I was looking it up late before, and I know it is. I know I seen this. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I know this cover. So if any of you guys know what it is, can you just drop it in the comments? And because it's driving me crazy. I love all the details of, scars on both sides and, kind of menacing against each other. It's just perfect for this, matchup against each other. So can't wait for this one to come out.
And then next up, we have my pick. This is Usagi Yojimbo, 10,000 Plums, issue number 2. I've particularly pointed out the cover B, Escorts Brothers. I thought it was a great cover. It looks very beautiful. And a little bit about this one. It comes into arcs. This is issue 2 out of 5. But essentially within this arc that I'm talking about here in issue 2, we have a group of Shogun's men who are found slain in the plum tree forest. The only survivors is this young village girl in shock from the attack. Usagi, Yuichi, and Jen agree to help protect the plum trees and prevent more tragedy from befalling the locals. Will their efforts be enough? Is the question here. It's a continuation, obviously, issue 2, and we'll have colors here for this story. And as I mentioned before, we have the return of the fan favorite character Jen. And yeah, I just thought very much a cover that is Usagi Yojimbo cover, like in terms of how it's illustrated here. Very beautiful again. And yeah, again, my pick for this week.
And we continue with, oh my God, Something is Killing the Children, number 41 from Boom. This is the 20th anniversary variant by Miguel Mercado. Obviously, there's, a trade dress version and a 1 in 20 incentive version. I even have to say this is by James Tynion the Fourth and Werther Daldera. So good. I mean, usually my excitement on these videos is, cramped up to 11. I'm like to 20 right now. Such a huge fan of Something's Killing the Children and James Tynion. And in this one, can't wait to see Erica come back. And it's coming back, but we're going back to her younger years, which is something the fans have been wanting to see for a long time. So, sort of her beginnings at the House of Slaughter. Uh, and this image, come on, this is Erica, and just deep in blood, just just up to her, almost her neck with blood, and blood dripping through her down her arms, but showing off her tattoo of the House of Slaughter logo there, and her iconic blonde hair and the green eyes. I always forget if they're green or blue. And with her, scarf with the teeth on it. It's just a classic Erica Slaughter. There's always so many good covers for Something Skilled Children. And again, I'm so excited for this. Can't say it enough. And after coming from a break from this amazing book, now this is the everybody's gonna want this. And check out the other covers. Obviously, they're all amazing, but for me, this was definitely my favorite cover. So there you go. Oh, and then it's me again. I forgot. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #8. This is Variant C by the amazing Juan Ferreira, who also illustrates this book, written by Jason Aaron. As you know, a couple of issues ago, Jason Ferreira took over the art, and also there's a new arc for the book. And yeah, it's amazing how Juan Ferreira was able to like put on Donnie with with his back to the rest of the team, and you see the reflection of his three brothers, a little bit of piece on every sort of like panel on his shell, but you also see April, and I'm guessing that's Casey. I don't know, I'm not sure. And then they're just facing this new Foot Clan army menace that we're seeing on this book. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this book. There's also the brothers are sort of hearing, is it? Oh no, Donatello is hearing voices from their dead master. Sorry, spoiler alert. And if you don't know on this book, but it's so good. I love how it's just them against this army, and you see their sort of like almost Nazi like logo in the back. So the story is getting extremely good for this book. I saw it was really good, but it's getting very, very intense. And I think this cover is showing it off. Yeah, and I don't want to talk about the dead rat on his shoulder. You need to read. Okay, there you go.
All right. Next up we have Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider issue number 12. This is a Mark Brooks cover, and I chose it quite obviously because it looks like this, almost like a sci-fi horror, like a older
Yeah, like
cover.
70s.
Yeah, and
That's so cool.
it's just really, really cool. A little bit about this. If you've been following along and reading this, we now know at this point the secret behind Gwen's strange new powers, which I'm not going to reveal here unless you go back and read it, and why she has left her home dimension behind. It all ties into that. But it's the question of what does this have to do with Loki taking her on this journey across the stars? What is Loki's true intentions for her? So yeah, and you can see him in the back there on the cover,
On a very
causing
cool
havoc.
on a very cool hovering vehicle, motorcycle or something.
Hovercraft, some
Overcraft.
sort of
Yeah.
yeah, some sort of
Very
machine.
70s also.
Yeah, it's just really cool. I even like her shoes, like
Yeah.
that are like that are part of her space outfit. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay, and then sort of slipping through to our announcement for this week, Seven Seas had announced several new licenses that they have acquired. This is one of them, Mocha the Cat and His Forever Family Volume 1. So this one, very cute cat.
Yeah.
I had to highlight this cat manga. Basically, Mocha is this male calico cat, an extremely rare combination, having a male calico, and finding one is said to be good luck. But this poor cat was abandoned on the streets as a kitten and now is spoiled by his humans. And so it's just basically a story with what a mischievous cat gets into, the typical cat moods that you see that real cats go through, also portrayed here. And it's just like a feel good title. They'll essentially put a smile on your face, just like how Mocha puts a smile on his family's face.
Yeah.
Commencing big aw.
Aw.
Oh,
All
so
at the same
cute.
time.
Yeah. And then I did also want to mention Go For It, Nakamura-kun Volume 1. We did talk about this before because there is
Yeah.
an anime coming up in this year actually, though
Yes.
I don't think an official release date has been released yet, at least at
No, I
this
don't think so.
time,
Yeah.
not at the time of this recording. But in anticipation for the release of the animation, we have this re-release new edition of this title. This is a placeholder cover, so it's not the final cover, but we'll reveal what that would look like a bit later once we have that available to you all. If you don't know about this, basically, um, it's Nakamura, who is a shy boy who falls in love at first sight. And the person that he has a crush on is the brown-haired boy in the back there. So there's this dreamy high school classmate that Nakamura can't stop thinking about. Problem is, they actually haven't met yet. It's literally love at first sight, and Nakamura is like this total klutz who bungles things up, uncool, and trips over himself. This is everything even before they even meet, and it's
Yeah.
just this really cute, wholesome, comedic story with Nakamura trying his best to fulfill his happiness by getting closer to this boy that he has a crush on. So very endearing, a BL
Yeah.
comedy for those who are looking for it. So those are two titles that we wanted to spotlight for this week.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us. And as always, comment down below on what you'll be picking up for this FOC. And as mentioned before, check us out on our other social media platforms to, take a glance at some of the other updates that we have posted. So that's it for today. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.